Hey.
Hey, y'all.
Why is there? You hear the echo?
No.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
It was there before.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. We are back. Episode 26. You tired, girl?
I am.
You'd be able to shut down shop in just 60 seconds. So no worry. Well, 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Usually our hot topics girl is in the, what do we call it? The back room. She's not in there. I don't know what's going to happen. But our guest is back there. So that's exciting. For those that are coming in, as Danielle said, come on in. We don't have any refreshments today. Or do we? Do you have refreshments today?
I have some drink to shrink.
Any giveaways?
No giveaways. Okay.
Look at her face. She's just like, so you're just here for the entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay. So
watch tonight because there's only 3 people watching. Where y'all at? I mean, I invite all of my friends, and granted, half of y'all aren't really my friends, so I understand. But it's still a little sketchy. Do you not ever wonder what we're talking about?
At least come in it, right?
Yeah, I mean, at first they did come in and they left. They're just dropping like flies.
It's okay. We don't really look. Do we really care?
Yes.
Oh,
well. We want people to watch. We want to be, impressionable. We want to affect their lives. We want to pour into them so that they can pour into others.
Guess what? Good news. I have good news.
Here.
Marquita is here, yes, but I have good news. Good news is we've reached like 400 downloads. So
that's a deal.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty dope. I noticed that the other day when I realized I couldn't log into our background and I couldn't find out how many we did. But anyways, for those that want to know, I am Tasha Mack. I am your favorite trainer, everyone's favorite publicist, and her big sister. And yeah, that's about it. Who are you?
I'm tired.
Check.
I'm Elle, or Danny. I am her little sister. I am an aspiring micro-influencer. And
what does that look like? Can we unpack that a little bit?
So what is an micro-influencer? Is someone who has like very little followers, but the people still follow.
So is that like 133? Or are you talking like?
Oh, no. It's like a 1K and over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a micro-influencer is like someone with like a little more than 1,000, So I'm at 1,560 or something around there.
So how do you get? What's the next one?
Probably a real influencer. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just out here. Just out here influencing my small chronic illness community. That's it.
That's what matters. You're pouring into someone.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Today we have no segments. We have a special guest. So you guys heard us talk a lot about New Culture TV and how we are partnering with them and how you can now watch us on New Culture TV. So if you go to New Culture TV right now, hit watch now. It should take you to our page and you should see us hopefully. We'll take that up with the big man. So hopefully that's what happens when you go. But if you go to New Culture TV,
it'll take you to a video of ours.
Yeah, it'll show you how to get to us. I'll tell you that. And you'll see us when you go there. You'll see me and Danielle and Marquita. So definitely head on over. If you're here, if you're watching, like say hello because
I don't know, say something, y'all. Y'all real quiet today. I mean, I know I'm a little quiet too, but dang.
I know. Maybe you should do
my energy.
Maybe you should do a dance. You think it's your energy?
I can't do a dance today. Yeah, probably. I'm just really tired.
I understand.
Last week was a lot for me.
Yeah, Mondays are bad for me. Mondays aren't good days for me. Yeah, they aren't. So they just go.
Yeah, but we're trying to stay on task here, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the founder of New Culture TV. If you could bring him in, Tasha.
You don't have that ability?
I don't have that ability, no.
I don't have an intro for him. He's pretty freaking awesome. He's in Hollywood right this minute, and he took some time out of his very busy schedule to be here with us, his two favorite people. So welcome, Justin, guys.
Hey, how you guys doing? Good to see you.
Good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing wonderful. How about you guys?
We're doing good.
Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm excited to be here.
Really?
Here. Yeah, I'm here, like in here, like or not, or not.
Right.
It's the thing, But I'm excited to be here with you guys to take out my my busy schedule time. I took some time out to make some time for you special guys. You're very special. So welcome.
Thank you. It's a nice shirt you have on there.
Oh, thank you. It's the New Culture brand. It's definitely the brand. If you see it, if you know what it is. If you don't, you're going to ask. And if you ask, it's New Culture.
So tell the people about New Culture really quick.
It's
schedule.
Huh? You say what? Say again?
Really quick.
Right. So real quick, New Culture is a brand that's for all creators, all entrepreneurs, all future thinkers. The future is coming fast. We're in like the 2021 century now. We have so much technology and so many ideas out here. So New Culture welcomes those people that have ideas and creativity, just like this show, ORNOT podcast, our partnership. It shows the example of what New Culture is about. And so, we have a diverse company in different segments of film and TV and entrepreneurship and business. So we just try to present that to the world in a creative way, try to put art first and keep art first. And that's what New Culture is about.
Very, very cool. So how did you stumble across us?
Well, social media is a broad space and a different world from our original world. So I think I had got an invite to the show, and I love the show. I love the concept, and I think I found you guys. I think it was on Facebook, by the way, because I stay heavily on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Shout out to Silicon Valley, but that's why I found you guys on Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No. Well, where did it all begin for you? I'm sure there's somebody out there who might say, I wish I had thought of that, or I want to do that. Where did it all begin?
Well, I would say as a little kid, I ain't gonna go that far back, but I have been a entrepreneur and business guy since I was 18, and I'm not gonna tell my age, but for the most part, it started about 7 years ago in Atlanta, Georgia. I moved from a small town called North Virginia, and I moved to a big city called Atlanta. And in Atlanta, I saw so many different entrepreneurs and so many different business and entertainers and so much creativity in different facets of that city. It inspired me to say, you know what? This is a new culture. Like, I've never seen this before. This is something that's very extravagant and something that I have never experienced. And I say, you know what? I'm going to call my company New Culture, and everything that I experience and everything that I do in life will represent that. And I'm going to pour all my life experiences into that company. So that's where it all started about 7 years ago in Atlanta for me. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Danielle, is that why you moved to Atlanta, the big city? That's similar? Did you have a similar?
No, I didn't.
Come on, Danielle. Come on. It's Atlanta.
I specifically moved to Atlanta this is going to sound very, I don't know how it's going to sound, but I moved to Atlanta to be around a lot of Black people. I enjoyed.
Interesting.
I enjoyed.
That's a good reason to move.
You see Justin's face? He was like this.
I know a lot of people don't expect that. So I moved here. First, it wasn't all the only reason. I really enjoyed my HBCU experience.
Education first. Yeah.
I enjoyed the idea of waking up to people like me. I mean, around me. So when I was at North Carolina A&T, my first weeks there, like young boys were opening doors for me and they weren't hollering at me. Like they were just good Southern men or praying before they eat. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like I was the oddball out. Like I'm praying before I eat. That's just what we do. So then I enjoyed that experience of waking up next or seeing outside people that look like me that were ambitious. And Atlanta, that's, for the most part, when you do come to Atlanta, you do see a lot of ambitious young Black professionals. And I just thought it was really cool to like be able to walk down the same street as Martin Luther King Jr. I mean, I'm be honest, like I'm breathing the same air. I get to drive past the same buildings as him, like that he drove past. I get to see his house at any given moment that I want to. And that's what brought me to Atlanta. That has been my whole thing of why I wanted to be here.
It's good.
That was really good.
It's good. Yeah.
I know it started off really rocky there, but there was I brought it home.
I mean, if I could chime in real quick, I mean, education is key. When I first got to Atlanta, education was huge. I mean, you look at the HBCUs, and you also like look at Georgia Tech, and you look at Georgia State, and I attended SAE Institute of Technology right downtown in Atlanta for audio engineering, and it opened my mind to so many different things. It's very inspirational to be in the heart of Atlanta, and get that experience like yourself, guys opening doors for you and seeing a different culture, man. I just think it's very inspirational, man.
It is. I'll have to agree with that. And I just went to like a birthday dinner. A friend of mine was turning 45, and he had like this extravagant, as COVID friendly as possible, but it was extravagant at his house, and it was really nice. And these are like, most of my friends in Atlanta are older than me, and so I experienced things a little different. I think I play like the little sister role very well in all my relationships for the most part. I think I'm like only maybe too big, like I'm a big sister to like two girls, and that's it. And I think that everyone likes to take me under their wing and like show me things, and so that's like a great great for me, because I'm getting all the perks to seeing these young Black professionals do extremely well and live life like how they want to live it, not based off of society.
Right.
Yeah, Tasha,
what's next? What can people expect from you? And us? What's next?
What's next?
Well, we know that you're not killing off Marquita. Let's go ahead and put that out.
I'm not. I would say about the next 48 episodes is next. I mean, I want people to tune in, to subscribe and follow and watch and ask questions. I mean, that's what's next. But for the most important thing for our partnership, just building a fan base that will appreciate great content, great conversation, great information, and come here and get some information, because this show is about informing you for the importance of different things, dealing with culture, dealing with holidays, dealing with all types of topics we talk about on this show. But I just look to expand our reach, look to expand our territory, and get more attention from our audience and people that we need to, come and watch and support and be a part of this family.
I love it. Danielle, do you have anything else for Justin before we let him go?
No, because we only got 1 minute and we tight on the schedule today, so I don't have anything. If I have something, we'll bring it up in the Thursday production meeting. Right. It's been great.
Thank you so much, Justin, for taking time out for us. We know you're a pretty busy guy, so we appreciate it.
You're welcome. And you guys can find, make sure you go to newculturetv.com. We're streaming live right now. Also, go to newculturestudios.org. And feel free to check out my other business venture, newculturetribe.com. For all your business owners out there that have a small business and you need some type of consulting or some type of advice of how to grow your business and get investors engaged in your company, check that out too as well.
Oh, there's a summit coming up.
Yeah,
Don't
and it's
Nope. Mm-mm.
yes, it's a business summit coming up this summer, and guess who's going to be hosting the business summit? These guys,
You're very
Danielle and Tasha, at the 2021 Business Summit this summer. We'll have more information, but we need you guys just to tune in to the ORNOT podcast to get more details on it. It's going to be free giveaways. It's also a free event. I'm asking all business owners to definitely chime in. Go to our Facebook page right now at the Business Summit 2021. Follow the page. Follow newculturetribe.com as well to get more information and details. And stay tuned. More exciting things coming, man.
See,
Sure.
we're still on time. Okay, Justin, gotta go.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later. All right. Talk to you later. All right. Bye.
Trying to be organized today, right?
So we've got about 3 minutes before Marquita comes in.
No, I think I brought her right in per our agenda.
Nope, it says 7:48, but we can bring her right on in if you'd like.
Well, it's up to you. But I did have something to say. I did have things. It was something I was going to say to you. Oh, well, you were hot by these people not being in here.
I still am. So really quick, before we bring Marquita in 2 minutes, I don't know if everyone knows, I was a writer for Healthline.com. Healthline.com is like a website that talks about health stuff.
Very good website.
So apparently it's a good website according to Tasha Mack. She agrees, and you should check it out for, I guess, everything.
Everything. It has a breakdown of nutrition, COVID updates. I go to healthline.com almost every other day for information.
So I'm a Healthline ambassador, but I'm not very good at it because, to be honest with you, having Crohn's disease is mentally tolling, and these people are stressing me out. So I don't do a good job of that. That's neither here nor there. Now, I wrote an article, and they did like artwork for me on the article, and they sent me a cup, guys. I meant to share it last week. I just was like really impressed by that, and I just wanted to show. So that was a Mac moment and a Still I Rise moment all in one.
Boom.
All before we bring in this girl, Marquita. You know, we don't have time for the commercial today.
Okay.
Bring her right on in.
Oh, that was my cue.
Marquita was over here ready, like it was double dutch, and she was ready to jump in, and Tasha was not.
I just can't get it. I wish you guys all had access. Just bring yourselves in. I don't really understand why I got to do it. I think
it's okay. You know me. I need no introduction. So everybody knows me, and you know why I'm here. Okay.
Now, Marquita, I forgot to talk to you about the time we were advised during a production meeting that we have to wrap ourselves up. So you'll notice we've been working on it. Look at. Don't be mad at us.
At least you didn't get killed off, so we just gotta.
That is true. Let me go ahead and be quiet and hush my mouth while the getting is good. I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet because then it's gonna be like tonight on ORNOT's episode.
We'd like to say goodbye to.
Right, we had to say goodbye to.
Look! It's gonna go like this. Hey guys, we've had a few changes.
Right.
They're gonna be like, we're here again.
There was a bit of a tragedy, guys. Like, damn. Did you have to kill me off?
It started with her wanting to stay on against her will.
People gonna be coming up to me up the food line. Girl, I thought you was dead. No, I just don't know how to follow the rules, y'all. That's it. I just don't know how to follow the rules.
Please tell me you got some good hot topics today.
So, and the hot topics were a little slack this week because everybody was, in love and in Valentine's Day. So it was just galore all over the internet. And if you didn't feel poor, you felt poor after this weekend because all the celebrities showed up and showed out that they probably did not leave that nair rose in the garden and nothing at where the rich folks shop at. It was nothing left for the poor folks because it was all over the internet. So we just did not have time. But shout out to, my love who looked out for a sister because, my birthday and Valentine's Day is like right there together. He never shortchanges me on the gifts. So I love and appreciate that. But anywho, back to these hot topics. I guess I gotta bring this girl up since she been a hot topic. I finally this week paid attention to the po baby's names. So Tessica Brown finally got that Gorilla Glue out her daggone scalp. Yes, the Gorilla Glue girl.
Oh.
And so a doctor, I don't really know if
But she does have hair. She does still have hair.
Yes, she does still have hair. He created this solution. I don't know how he created a solution because Gorilla Glue was like, put a little alcohol on your scalp with some conditioner and just going on about your business. But a doctor gave her the procedure, a $12,500 procedure for free to get that hair back. She cut a ponytail off. She just said to hell with the ponytail and then just decided to keep what was left after she cut the ponytail off. And yeah, it was girl. And she had a GoFundMe account. So they created a GoFundMe account because they thought the baby was going to have to shave all the polar hair off and she was going to need wigs and whatnot. So she had a GoFundMe account for $21,000, but then the surgeon decided to give her the surgery for free. So she said that she will be donating some of her GoFundMe accounts to 3 local families in need. So I guess there is a light at the stupid tunnel. And then in other Gorilla Goon news, some fool, I don't even know his name.
Wait, did you call it Gorilla Goon?
Yes, the Gorilla Goons, because they think that they are harder than this Gorilla Glue. And the poor man decided to put a cup on his face, talking about he didn't believe that the whole thing that happened to the Gorilla Girl, he didn't believe that was true. So he decided to put it on a cup and stick it to his face. The fool was in the emergency room for hours. He thought he was getting ready to lose his confidence.
May I ask, what culture was he?
Of African American descent. Y'all, not in Black History Month.
Tasha, you should not never. We should have pre-questions before we ask.
No.
What is say real sisters, real talk? I just gave it the way I wanted to know the answer.
Why should I ask it? That's why I called him a goon.
This is an embarrassment to our culture.
Right on Black History Month. That's just, I don't understand. Like, both of them, they just messing up Black History Month. It's already short, y'all. Y'all can't be up here looking stupid and making us look stupid. Got white folks thinking we still can't read. Lord, have mercy.
So don't even spend any more time on it. Let's just go.
I'm done. I am done with these schools. Both of them. Don't start no GoFundMe account for that boy that stuck that cup up to his face. Don't do that. It's his fault. I hope he walks around looking like Donald Duck for the rest of his life.
Well, technically it was her fault too. I don't care what nobody says, and I know
it was her fault. It was her fault too.
I don't even think that she should sue anyone. Like, I don't think it's anyone's fault.
She better not. I'm gonna be in there on Gorilla Glue side. Your Honor, objection, Your Honor. Where does the law?
They're gonna be like, who are you?
Right? They're gonna be like, I watched enough Law and Order to be able to represent Gorilla Glue, especially in this stupid ass case right here. So I feel like objection. Everybody is out of order. Get them out of the courtroom, ma'am. You are in contempt. See how I just threw all that lingo together? Law and Order, everybody. Law and Order. But I'm gonna move on from these stupid people. And in other apology news of Too Little Too Late, Justin Timberlake has now apologized to Janet Jackson.
That is what I wanted to talk about.
For his role in the downfall of their careers. And I just want to say,
because of the whole boo?
Yeah, I guess he didn't, stand up for Janet Jackson. And then the whole Britney Spears thing was like, after they broke up, he painted her like a slut and a cheater. And
yes, because have you seen the documentary with Britney? It's very sad.
I haven't seen it.
I just want everybody, just leave that girl alone. When she shaved her head off, she told us to leave her alone.
But now her conservatory is on hold or something. They're holding up her conservatorship.
Exactly.
I don't know, but it's like she doesn't have
She can't make decisions for herself. She still got to go to her daddy to ask for permission for things. And her boyfriend is a little bit upset because he took to social media and made a little rant and said, y'all is being extra. Britney is good, and it's just like, boy, we don't know you. We don't know.
But she is good. I was a very big Britney Spears fan.
I mean,
Britney makes some good cheer music.
She just need to go ahead and relax. I don't know if we can get any more music out of Britney Spears. I don't know if that's a condition of her.
I don't know if we really need any.
Well, she's saying, remember, she canceled her residency at Vegas because she was like, I'm not gonna do nothing else until I have
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It worked for Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle said, y'all don't watch Netflix no more because they ain't pay me my money. And we didn't watch Netflix no more. Comedy Central paid that man his money. We can now continue to watch The Chappelle Show on Netflix.
I didn't know that. I wasn't a part of that protest.
I was really lost when I saw someone post about Justin and Janet. And, both of them are my faves. So I was like, what happened? I thought something else had happened.
The problem is that some people in the Black community feel like he exposed her as a Black woman. And, when the thing happened, it was like they were saying like he did it on purpose because they were looking, because if you replay it, they're saying that it's like he knew what he was doing.
I mean, I saw it. I was there. I mean,
so was I. I don't have no problem with it. I love Justin, and I mean, Janet's cool.
We are past this. Janet Jackson had milk in them titties. She didn't breastfed a baby. We don't care nothing about them damn. Whatever how long ago it was when them titties was out, we don't even care no more. Them not even the same titties. We gotta go and let it go. They're not the same titties. Just let it go.
Janet
He's
is
not hurting. Justin Timberlake is not hurting. Where is he at? Where is his music? Justin, come on now.
Well, Justin came out with a new movie or something.
Did you see it?
No, I haven't.
No, I have.
We want music.
First of all, you're right, Marquita. I would love some. Album. What was that album?
The last album with Pusha Girl. That's what I just finished listening to before
I just listened to that. No, but I'm talking about the album with Cry Me a River on it. What's that album called? Is it
probably Cry Me a River? That was the one he was talking about Britney.
Yeah, that's supposedly he was talking about Britney in that particular song.
But what I was saying was, it's called Palmer, the movie. Apple TV. Yeah. It's called Palmer. It is, to give you guys kind of an idea of what it's about. I had no idea that it was going to be about this, but I heard it was really good. He ends up taking in a little boy who wants to be a girl. And he's a man that's a felon, straight out of prison. His grandmother was taking care of this little boy. And because his mom is a drug addict, and he goes through all these changes, and the little boy is like straight putting on makeup. Like, he's a little boy, guys. You're talking like 7, 8 years old or something like that. It's not a cute movie. It's actually it's got some drama to it, but he did so good. And I was reminded that Justin's a really good actor.
He is. I couldn't make it through Alpha Dog, y'all. Justin Timberlake, he is good. Alpha Dog, I couldn't make, when they just got to that cliff and I already knew what they was going to do.
Alpha Dog.
Turn it off. Turn it off. And that was a good movie he was in. But we need some music. We don't need your apologies. Save your apologies. Janet does not care. She didn't. That's what she's doing. Other things with her. She's doing other things with her breast now. She doesn't care about that. That happened a long time ago.
When Janet got the apology, she probably was like, I was. She probably was like, well, what happened?
Boy, what you say?
So Darius saying 2020 experience. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Justin Timberlake and his child apology. In relationship news, since it was just Valentine's Day, apparently there are rumors sparking that Dr. Dre and April Jones are dating. And okay, if you don't know who April Jones is, that was the one that was on Marion Baby Mama, and then she was with Fizz too.
April.
And I just want to say this to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, that brain aneurysm was not enough. Come on, you got to get some out of your own speed. April Jones is not your speed, Dr. Dre. She was back when the Chronic came out. She probably was too big.
No, but wasn't she just dating somebody that her?
She was dating Lil Fizz.
Yeah.
It's so wrong.
And now she dating Dr. Dre, and I just want to say, Dr. Dre, sit down. You need to go ahead. It's time for you to get somebody your own age, because you're getting up there with somebody that need to take care of you. You don't need to be with April. You need to be with a CNA, because you can't. You got too much going on. You got to go to court and all that. You can't be April to get ready so that y'all.
Why a CNA?
Because
Why
he's somebody that's gonna take care of him. Dr. Dre is not. He's not April Jones' speed. She is not his speed, and that's over with. They should be dating. I don't even know what are y'all connecting on? I was on Love and Hip Hop, and you do hip hop music. That's great. What is? There's no way. There's no way. Those two, no. And I'm gonna go ahead and skip on over them, because I just want Dr. Dre to know that it ain't your time. It's over with. You didn't been in the hospital with the brain aneurysm, and your first wife is dragging you through the courts. Don't come out here with no young tenderoni. That's not gonna help you. The judge is gonna give the girl all your money because you think you still got it like that, and you don't. Dr. Dre, get you somebody that can take care of you, because that's how old you are. April can't take care of you. She still want the party and make Omarion jealous, and it's not you. Okay. In funny relationship news, there was a man in Florida who decided to rob his girlfriend and steal the engagement ring that he got her to propose to his other girlfriend. Happy Valentine's Day.
So did he get caught? Is that how this became a topic? Because he actually got caught?
He actually got caught. I think they found out about each other, of course. They found out about each other. And then, of course, they started exchanging details. And then she checked her jewelry box and realized that it was $6,700 worth of stuff missing in her house. So, and please don't ask me his... Right. Please don't ask me what color this man was, because, like I said, it's Black History Month. We just need to go ahead and move on. But I just want to know. I think they said his name was changed, and he was Joe Brown, and he had another name, and that's why he was able to finesse and trick them. But I just want to know who's gonna announce. He gonna have a lot of dates when he go to jail. That's what I got to say, sir. He was looking real big and handsome in that picture, so he will have a lot of dates when he gets to prison. That's the stupidest thing to go to jail for. You couldn't even. I would have at least tried to buy the girl a bubblegum machine ring before you try to steal from her.
She don't get one. For you steal.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to propose, all these men is getting caught, and I'm just saying, in the days of social media, you either need to find your hermit crab who don't post at all, or you need to stay out of that life, because social media is getting y'all caught up to the highest courtstivity, and y'all are not gonna be able to avoid these women calling y'all out. They posting y'all pictures, and y'all is getting caught up. I seen the other day this lady posted a picture of her man. He had passed away, and somebody was like, I don't know how you his girlfriend, because he been living with his boyfriend. So ladies, you just got to be careful out here. Stop trying to get the perfect for tonight's topic. Stop trying to get that ring. Y'all is not even picking the good ones no more. Yeah, I'm not even picking the decent ones anymore. Y'all is just at the bottom of the barrel, digging, flicking dirt off of men and saying, I'm going to take him if he will take me. But what happens is you get taken. You get taken. I know what I'm trying to say, y'all. I know I was trying to, it just went with what I was saying. Don't try to come up here, grandma beliefs, and be like, oh Lord, they got a show and she talking about tooking. I know what I said. It went to what I was saying, y'all. Don't come. I be telling y'all, do not come for me. I know very well of what I'm doing. Don't come for me.
She does.
So, yeah, that was just, like I said, nothing much was going on. Like I said, Valentine's Day, everybody was in love, so we just wanted to celebrate the love that everybody was in. Yeah, don't get tooken. Don't get tooken, ladies. Don't get tooken. You're not here for the taking. They just
you're not here for the taking. I love that. Yeah, I like that.
Well, You've done very well. We are still on time.
We're on time today.
I'll see y'all in another week because I can stay on schedule. He's gonna be like, yes, keep her.
Look,
Yes.
you done made it another week.
Yes.
Made it another week. I'll see y'all again.
Thank you so much for the hot topics. You hit right on the nose of everything I wanted to learn about and more. We will see you
Anytime, ladies.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, here we are.
Here we are, right on time. Go ahead, introduce the topic, girl.
Girl, this is, it's funny. I had a class today. My sister doesn't join my classes on Mondays because Mondays we were packed all the time. So with our class today, I told everybody about our topic. And when I told everybody my training class where I train people, when I told everybody about the topic, everybody got real quiet. So I was like, oh, so this is controversial enough, I guess. So the topic is, are women pressured to get married and have kids? One, it's twofold. And does God place further pressure on the decision? So with that, do you want to start or would you like me to start? I mean, we can unpack it one by one. So topic and,
Okay, well, I have a little bit of research. I don't know if you want me to start with my opinion or my research.
Let's go with the research first.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the God portion.
Okay.
But I'm starting with that because I found it very interesting from what I actually found. And then going back to me never finishing Genesis because I'm terrible at that. So basically, with the God portion, no, there's nowhere in the Bible that says that a woman must bear children. You know what I mean? There's nowhere that it says it directly. But I think where the problem comes in, or where it becomes insinuated, or it is a preference, is where are you listening? This is what happens when we're on the phone. Sometimes I feel like she's not listening. I felt like you were.
What you want me to say?
Okay, I'm just make sure you're here still. Okay, so the pressure to bear children in the Bible stems from, is more like a cultural thing, like it's a theological thing. So like so there's some women in the Bible who were infertile, like Sarah. And so in Genesis, Sarah was infertile. So what did Sarah do? Sarah went out and got a surrogate to have a baby for her. And so with that said, she felt like she wasn't of any value. She felt like she wasn't good enough, and so I think that portion of the Bible is what
creates the connection.
Makes women feel like if I don't have kids, then I'm nothing. If I don't get married, then I'm not, like, it's not like, what good am I to this society? And I think that even women in general, we do it to ourselves in the aspect of, when are you having another child, Tasha? When do you think you may have another kid? That's the same question as someone like a single person like me. When are you going to have kids? You haven't had kids yet. And a lot of older women do that to younger women because it's like a status situation.
Well, that's a generational thing too. So there's the generational gap because you're talking about the older women who may have grown into or are in an environment where they didn't work. Right. They got married because they felt like they needed to, or that was going to give them value. And so then as the generations change into women that now work and are able to be independent alone without a man, and then there goes those same questions. You get what I'm saying? So then it becomes, because I personally have gotten the most questions from older women. So it's older women that say, how come you only have one? Right. Why aren't you having more children? You get what I'm saying? And is that something that works?
Do
you want multiple children? None of those questions are ever asked. It's always, so when are you going to give me another one? And then that's always crazy too, because you're asking me when I'm going to give you another one. And last time I checked, you're not helping me take care of my child.
The first one.
Right. So, right. I mean, and I think in our culture, in our society, we do it often. It happens often. Family members, not so much friends, because your friends might joke about it, but your friends know you. So it's different, I think. But I do think that if you are religious or you're heavily into the Bible, you may have it's something I almost feel like it's not the Bible. Like you said,
No,
it's
the Bible, unfortunately.
No, I'm saying the Bible influenced generations, which has then passed down to where we are today.
Because even in the Bible, God says, be fruitful and multiply. Right. Okay, well, what if I'm just trying to be fruitful? Now, I will say this.
That's a good question.
I even think that, okay, so if you guys recall last season, I've had a breakdown. We were talking about adoption and all that. Mm-hmm. And so since then, I've had a change of heart. Not about adoption. I think it's great to adopt. But I've just had a change of heart in regards to how comfortable I am with the way I live life. Mm-hmm. There's something that happened last week that changed my whole trajectory on life. And I personally feel, and I would like people to be receptive to that. When I say I'm okay if I have no kids, I'm not actually looking for that anymore. I don't care to change my lifestyle. I like to have my own space. I love my nieces and nephews. I will love your kids. If you have kids, in fact, if you have kids, you could be a perfect match for me.
Yeah.
Because but that's how I felt when I was like in college.
But here's the thing.
I don't know if you know that, but in college I would be like, yeah, I'm the perfect stepmama because I ain't trying to have no kids. And then something changed.
If you remember, I didn't have plans on being a mother. And I was hoping that it was in the direction. I didn't want that to be the direction for me. I had other plans. And of course, God in my life and my journey, there was another plan for me, apparently. And that was a perfect plan. I've been blessed. We've all been blessed with my little one, who's now a big one. But that was a big thing. If I said I didn't want kids, it opened up this big discussion with everyone of why I didn't want my uterus. A personal part.
But another
to do with anyone else but me. That's another piece of it too. Like that's your personal. That's how that's what you. If anybody has a choice of what to do, that's on you. That has nothing to do with anyone else.
So what do you think about? So in this case, I've had conversations when someone's like, well, I'm like, I have nieces and nephews. I have a niece and have multiple nephews. It's a lot of us. And, I feel, and I have a goddaughter and I'm 2 goddaughters. Like I have kids in my life.
Right.
And so if someone says it's nothing like your own child. So somewhere I read this is what this says in this article, to suggest that someone who may or may not ever have children will not experience the depths of real love without procreating is at best ignorant and at worst deeply insulting. And I would have to say that I would have to agree with that wholeheartedly, if not even more now on this day. Like for someone to say to me, you don't understand how it is to have your own child. You're right. I don't understand how it is to have my own child, but I understand how it is to have a 15-year-old boy.
Right. Or a 25-year-old boy, a man.
Or a 25-year-old grown man.
I
don't miss out on things.
Keep going.
I rarely miss out on things when it comes to my niece and my nephews. Mm-hmm. And I don't have the face-to-face problems that my sister has or that their parents have, but my heart hurts just like theirs. I worry just like they do. I'm over here trying to manifest great things for all of them and they have no idea. And so it's just as much hard work. I pay for VCs just like somebody's parents. You understand what I'm saying? School shopping.
You watch them make erratic account purchases on their kid account, just like someone else.
Yes.
I'll say this on the other side of it, on the I'm an aunt, but also a mother side of it, I find it to be disrespectful when someone says what you just said, not what you were stating, but what you were reading. I think it's disrespectful for someone to say that my love for my kid is not the same as my love for a nephew that I almost.
Right. So you even find that disrespectful.
Yeah, I my nephew lives with me for many.
But that's like your second. That's like your first child, technically. That's a whole nother podcast. But that's the thing.
What I'm saying. Like you get what I'm saying. Like that to me. I'm gonna be very honest. I love him like I love my son. So you're denying my level of love, but I got.
But does it come from where you come, where we come from?
Yes.
Because nobody knows. A lot of people don't know this, but our mother, we're like little Wandas, guys, and our mother loves on people's kids.
Everybody.
She loves my brother like
people in the comments that call her mom.
Yeah, she loves our brother like that is her own child.
That's right.
And she said a few days ago, my nephew didn't even know that wasn't his grandma.
Right. She has I was going to say she has step grandkids. So, you think about it that way. Like she doesn't to her, so, she doesn't think about it on that level. And those children don't think about it on that level.
The way we are.
But it's all about where you come from. It has a lot to do with about where you come from. And I mean, everything truly is about where you come from. So going back to the question in the comments, what is a female's purpose?
And that goes back down to what the Bible says. The female's purpose is fertility and to procreate. And is that fair? I would have to say that's not.
It's not fair because the world changes. See, that's where we are. So you take it to a person who's 90 something years old. They may think that if you're married, you're supposed to go everywhere your husband goes, everywhere your wife goes. If she goes out of town, you go out of town. She go to the grocery store, she's going to get the groceries. You pick up you give her the money. There is a hierarchy to everything. And that's just not the way it is today. We live in a society where both people work. Most of the time. Very seldom are you living in a society where you just have the husband working and the wife stays home. That doesn't happen anymore. And if she stays home, she's selling Mary Kay, or she's got an online Etsy business or eBay business, or better yet, I mean, I don't mean to put it there, but being a parent is a whole damn job. And the reality is, especially during the pandemic, we've become teacher assistants. So now you have to, that's a whole nother story.
In the pandemic now, there could possibly be like two people working from home. The father and the mother could both work from home. The kids teach learning, but not learning anything at all because they can't focus because they in their bed or at the edge of their bed. I'm just saying, like, let's be honest. School is hard. Yeah, and so that's a whole nother,
aspect. So at this point, there's no way for us to compare the two generations. So if we go back to Bible times.
I know, but why do we do that? Why do people still insist like, well, it's God's plan for me to have kids. I know it is. He told me that. Did he tell you, boo? Because I will be honest with you, I am a very spiritual person and I have a hard time. I was in a whole Bible study about discerning the voice of God, and it's still very hard.
Well, I've had people give me advice about my relationships and how I need discernment. And that can be very difficult to me because I'm like, the situation itself, there's only but so much discernment I can have. And that's just who I am. Has nothing to do with, it doesn't believe that I don't believe in God. Doesn't mean that I don't pray. Doesn't mean that I'm not spiritual. So I find it, to answer the question, does God put pressure on it? Yes, to some, because they believe it and they stick with it. Okay. And I think it came from, if anybody watches Married at First Sight, this is where it came from. At Married at First Sight, there is a couple named Chris and Paige. They're African Americans. And it's unfortunate that it's even on TV right now, but he treats her very, very badly. And she says that God has aligned this situation and that if God put her in this place, that means she's supposed to stick it out. Hey, that's not me. I can't. I don't think, well, how about this? To a certain extent, I understand what she's saying, but when's enough? Is God going to send you an email? What's he going to do?
I don't know, because God doesn't email me or text me. I don't know whose God is talking all this. How does he have time to talk to y'all like this? Because he's never available when I call, but what some would say he's on time, but he's not on my time. And so I think that, like I told mom today, I was like, I think that the reason why, I don't know if it's just Black people or just me in general, like when I say I'm going through something tough and I'm like, why would God put me through this? Like, I'm like trying to be the best Christian I can be at this time. You know, why would you put me through this, God? I tend to blame it on God because I feel like he is the overseer and has all power. He is omniscient in all of that. He's all things. But sometimes in turn, Black people specifically tend to blame negative things on the devil. Well, shoot, I dag on it, the store closed. That's the devil. But dag on it, that boy done hurt me. That's the devil. No, maybe it's not the devil.
The UPS man came. Well, that's the damn devil. I was having a really bad day.
Right. That's the daggone devil. I got my period.
I say it all the time. Then
Yeah,
like maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't.
I don't ever blame the devil. And I think that's very interesting from myself. Like, I never blame the devil. I will have me and God, we be going at it, boy. Like, we sometimes not friends. I don't fool with you sometimes. And I feel like that's the most transparent that someone can be in a real relationship with whoever they see as the overseer of their life, as their father.
So real quick, because, you know, we got to watch our time. Comments. In the comments, it says that to see queens saying that they don't want a village is scary for the future. And the initial question was, are males failing in the world? So that I'm assuming the two are connected.
Okay. So you want to unpack that? Because that'll probably take us up to our time.
Right. I mean, to a certain extent, I think certain males are failing. I think women have a tendency to be more resilient. And so we step up even when we don't want to. We do things we don't want to, i.e. Paige on the show. She's completely sold that she's supposed to be on this show on national TV with this young man who's had anxiety attacks, panic attacks, and now has a baby on the way by somebody who is not him. And she's supposed to stick around, and she's only known this man for a week. You see, so with this in charge, she's a perfect example of what we don't want to do. But this is a result of, yes, males failing. I think males are heavily influenced by the outside environment, you know, and what they see and what they think is best. And I think it's just, to be very honest, I hate to curse, but it's a shit show. So I'm not going to say all males are bad. I'm not going to do that because that's just, I'm not going to put anyone in a pigeonhole. But I think that males need to check themselves as well. I mean, women need to check themselves too. Like, you don't have to let God do all the work. You need to. Not supposed to. You're not. I know this, and I'm saying this because that's what I think some people think is that God is supposed to live the righteous life is to let him do his job. Okay, guess what? You got to put some work into God. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I talk to God would be like,
it is. It's in the Bible. He said that he needed someone to toil the land. Mm-hmm. He didn't say, let's sit back and watch it work itself. He said, you will have to do the work. He said, and then he turned around and said, in fact, you be the ones to toil the land. He said, first go get somebody and then now I'm preaching. Then he said, bring them back. He said, no, come on back. Hit the Anthony on. No. Come on back. How about you toil the land? But nobody ever pays attention to that.
But see that? Well, queens are always helping in a village, even if the child is not birthed.
Yes, Wanda. And that's true. So that comes in regards to this, Tasha. You have built your small village. I am just a part of it. And what if I'm okay with that?
But my brother built a village along with the mothers of his children.
Yeah, I'm saying
he put foundation on that village, and I've helped him build it.
Right. I'm saying that with his aunt or uncle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying it doesn't. I also hate when people put the women that are in relationships in a pigeonhole. Don't put us in a pigeonhole. I'm a woman in a relationship. I too have situations. I too understand. I love my nieces and nephews like they're my own. If I got a call right now, I'm leaving. End of story. And some people don't understand that. I've had conversations where people are like, well, you're just too in tune with men. A man has said, you're just too in tune with your family. Well, you're not for me.
Right.
Because I'm not, he comes first. Dominique, Amir, you get what I'm saying? Aaliyah, those people come first in my life. And that's just the way I was created, I guess. So
but why is it not okay for those people to come first, even though they're not your kids? Let's just say you were me, and you don't have
well, that was my plan. My plan was to just be
right. So why is that not okay for people to be like, those are like my kids?
because
like
they
say Dominique is like my child, and then he is.
Right. Because people are the entire world, I want to say for the most part, my culture and other cultures, they believe that you're supposed to be married and you're supposed to create villages and you're supposed to be able to carry on a name. And in the past, the person who does that is the man. Hold on now. I'm about to bring it in. The male starts it all. Right. And the woman's supposed to help take care of it. But what's happening is the woman is starting it and taking care of it. Okay. So now we're taught that we can do both. We don't necessarily need the male to do either. So that if you have that power, you also have the power to say, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So everyone wants to give us the power of being independent women, and people love independent women, but they don't like it when they decide that we're not submissive. They don't like it when they decide, okay, well, she may not want any children or any more. Now I'm a bad wife because I don't want any more children. Because I've decided that there's things in this world that I wanted to also experience versus changing for 4 or 5 different diapers at a time.
Right.
That's my choice, though, because it's my body. But they say that when you get married, it's no longer my body, it's my husband's. Well, then that's the part
that in the Bible.
It doesn't say that, but like you get what I'm saying. So that's the problem.
Because a girl may need to change religions.
It's like,
some sketchy things in that Bible, guys. Okay, that's why I like to say that I'm spiritual and not religious. I had a conversation with someone yesterday about that, about how she told me that I was really religious, and I was like, no, girl. Some people might think I'm a witchy out here because I'm just real spiritual, But I would have to agree, and I would also have like to add that it's your life, and you can change whenever you decide that you do or you don't. Like, be respectful to people when they say out of nowhere, I decided that today I don't, and today and for the rest of my life, I don't want kids anymore.
Well, it applies to everything. I don't mean
it applies to everything.
It applies to everything. You know why? Because it's your goddamn life. You do it how you want to do. And that's how this goes. You get married, then you sit down with your husband and say, hey, listen, guess what? I didn't change my mind. This is how I feel about it. I no longer want to clean house. I want to go drive trucks. Well, I'll be damned. That is very interesting. But you know what? That's my thing. And say that, because you know what's going to happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen. This is what happens to the majority of the women who really didn't want 5 to 6 kids. You ended up having 5 to 6 kids. And in the back of your head, that wasn't the plan. But you said, he loves me. I'm going to stick around and do what he needs me to do because he wants 5 or 6
kids. Is that more if I have more kids? Is that have more kids?
What you mean?
If that's what he wants, you're gonna stick around and have more kids.
There's some men like the whole, like Kanye. He wanted 4 to 7 kids. Well, if the stories are true, he's leaving. He's not with her. She's in another state and he's in another state, and she has 4 kids. Yeah, she got a nanny. She needs one. I don't care what y'all say. She needs one. She's a businesswoman with tons of different jobs, but she also had 4 kids. Yeah, she had a surrogate. She had to. It was life-threatening.
Right. So the thing is, even if they couldn't afford a surrogate, what would have happened? Would he have left her because she couldn't give him another kid?
There are relationships where men are not willing to stay around because they want more kids. But the reason I was saying this is because I'm saying what happens to women that stick around and they do exactly what they want their man to do because they feel pressured by the religion or whatever the case may be. 15 years down the line, 20 years down the line, are they happy women? Do they go to therapy? Do they take anxiety medicine? Do they think do they have thoughts of killing themselves for suicide? Because you didn't do what you wanted to do. You were so caught up on what you thought God wanted you to do and what you thought your husband wanted you to do. But the reality is your husband a helpful husband? Does your husband help you with those 6, 7 kids?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions that you have to ask yourself in that place. So the flip side of it, then you have, and I know we're going to probably go over a little time, and I'm sorry to the big man upstairs, but for the flip side of it, then you have the single women that get to stand by and watch. So if there's single women that get to stand by and watch their friends, their mothers, their sisters, their aunties be in relationships for years and have tons of kids and they're extremely unhappy. We've created another at this point, we created a generational gap issue where the younger women that are 7 years are younger are like, man, I'm not gonna be like that.
Well, I think that's
Does that make sense?
No, that's what happened. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm just 7 younger. So I am the one that gets to see my sister. I always say, like, my sister got the dog, she got the husband, she got the kid. Like, I can just live through her and see what I do or I don't want, and then make my decision based off of that. But it's not fair it isn't fair to base it off of just my sister's her lifestyle. But because a part of me did or does want that. But I also see the downside to that. And I also see that I am stress-free for the most part. Like, my biggest stress is my illness, how my grandma gonna be taken care of, and whatever man is in my life at the moment that's stressing me or not stressing me out. And so those are my problems. But those are small problems compared to what someone who may be married with kids, have a mortgage, 5 cars, and 8 jobs, and 10 kids, and it's a lot. Yeah, so I understand that it's a lot, but at the same time, like, single women with no kids still have, and I read this somewhere, like, still have responsibilities. Like, we're just not out here living our best life in Miami every weekend. Like, we have bills to pay too, and it can sometimes be even more stressful being that, like you.
I said we need to buy our tickets.
Right. Like, so it can be even more stressful because you are single and you have no one to depend on. Although I have no other kid, like, I don't have kids to take care of per se, but I do lend a hand financially sometimes to my niece and nephews when they need it. But I still have my own stuff. And so I think that that's like something that is to be said too. Like, nobody's challenges should be dismissed.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, it's funny you said that, because I was going to say the reality is, even on the flip side, I'm not judging the woman who wants the 6 kids. Like, if you want the 6 kids and you decide that you want a husband and you want to sit at home and you know, just be a mom. It's not just be a mom, be a mom. That's okay. And all hats go off to those women, because it takes so much patience. Okay. So I get that too. So the reality is, you just got to do what you want to do. Like, and for those who want to have 2 cents to say about somebody else's life, like, that's not your place.
No, it's not.
It's not your place. Like, it's not. I don't care if you're a mom. I'm being honest. If you somebody's mama, you somebody's aunt, you're a cousin, a friend, like, it's really not your place to find out what I want to do with my
What if you're in a relationship and the person's like, well, I don't want kids, or you want kids, and then they decide that they don't want kids.
Mm-hmm. That's a conversation that has to be had. You know what I mean?
But I think you should also extend grace to that person and be like, hey, if this is what you've decided, then I can't knock you for that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Either way.
Yeah, that's something that you just have to build on. If someone gave you $1 million and a wedding ring, would you have kids?
At this right here, for this quarter of the year, no. I would put, you know what we could do with $1 million and no kids? That's what I'm here right now. Y'all, let me tell you, I had a dog for 5 days. It was too much. A girl doesn't want kids. She don't want a dog. I don't even want to change my oil in my car at this point.
Listen, but the key to the matter is, a kid is 18, 19, 20. My nephew's 25 years old.
And we still very much involved.
Okay, I'm still parenting. And he's 25, and now he has a kid. So, you know, it doesn't stop. So, like, okay, your $1 million, will that last me 30 years? Not in today's world, because I'm gonna pay off my school loans.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, we can go on and on.
But I'm about all the selective I want. And I'm always be in a virtual training session with Tasha Mack. So, I mean, that's just what it comes down to. I think it comes down to what your priorities are. And your priorities can change.
Just like you change draws.
Just like you change draws. So if you get married young, your priorities may change and you may grow apart. If you get married old, which may, happen to some, and then, even those at that time, it can change. And so I just think that everybody should extend grace to everyone, honestly.
I mean, I think that's kind of one of the things we always say on this show.
Yeah, just extend grace.
Get out
that in yoga.
Huh?
I learned that in yoga. Like that's
Hmm.
like some people think that yoga is always about being on the mat. It's not. Sometimes
It's
it's about taking your practice off of the mat. And so a big part of that is extending grace to yourself and to others. And I think that's where I sometimes I extend a lot of grace. And sometimes that to others that can be looked at as stupid or, you know, like this is a waste, whatever, it's a waste of time. But I'm always extending grace because that's what I would hope for someone to do, you know, in return.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's big. So did we answer the question?
So the question was, does God put pressure on women? Yes. Indeed. Or at least the literature that surrounds him does. And then the other question was,
Not the literature that's
the literature that surrounds him. Yes. And then what was the question? Does society?
No, I think it was our women pressure to get married and have kids. Yes. So the answers to both questions are yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, and I think it's just something that we should pull back from as a society as a whole. You know, just if the woman, I mean, ask the question. I don't think that you shouldn't present that to the person that you're dealing with. I
agree.
You know what I'm saying? I think it needs to be a conversation had, but I think that whatever the response is, you need to respect it.
Right.
Anytime it comes with a woman in their private area, their body, I think it's very important that you understand that that's their body.
Yeah. Look how hard I'm struggling to like get myself together now. And I was thinking about that. Like, how would I ever
said that to me? They're like, if I ever had like another baby, like I do so much to keep myself like snap back. And is that selfish? Then you ask yourself.
No, it's not selfish. It's I don't think it's selfish. It's self-care.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you just have to have a plan for yourself. And if your plan changes, guess what? You created the plan. And it's you are the beholder of the plan. God didn't knock on your door and say, okay, here's your plan. Here's Danielle's plan. This is the plan that you have to stick with. And if not, you're going to hell. Like, that's not what happened.
You know, I'm thinking that some people truly feel like that.
Well, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I have great news for everyone. You're not going to hell if you change your plan. You're not. And guess what? There might be another man out there for you if that one doesn't your plan, or a woman if that person doesn't agree with your plan. Right. So everybody's just, you know, mind your business, read a book. Mind your business. Lots of books out. I can send y'all.
Maybe don't read the Bible because that tells you to not mind your business.
Take away from the Bible for just a tad, maybe just on Sundays, and then we'll go from there.
You know, don't read too much into it.
Real quick, I will say this is a good note. It's not. I don't want anyone to think this podcast was saying that we don't.
Yeah.
We don't promote childbirth, or
I promote childbirth. I want someone to have kids, and then I will be the best aunt. I'm a great aunt, I've been told, or I could be somebody's best stepmama. What your mama won't do, I can get you.
But you get what I'm saying? We don't not promote it. For those that have chose otherwise, let that be it. And let that be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let that be it. Okay. Well, we're going to wrap it up now. I think this could go on and on and on. And,
I'm glad people decided to come in.
Yeah. I don't know where they were, but
we need to push this back, y'all. I mean, tell us in the suggestions box, maybe on our page, on our like page, go in there, comment, let us know if we need to push the time back. Personally, I can't push it back no much further than this, but I will try.
Offer it. Why even offer it if you can't push it back?
I just want to give the illusion that I care enough to ask, because I just want to make, it seem like
I don't. I like
for the people.
I mean, it's 7:30 sharp, y'all. I mean.
Right. Okay, well, you have any lasting words?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I had one, but I don't want to share. So,
okay.
Yep.
Well, my lasting word is thank you for spending this Monday night with us each and every Monday. If you have not already, please subscribe on our YouTube page at ORNOT Podcast. If you are on Facebook and you're watching and this is your first time, Thanks for joining us. We have loved the commentary. Please also share and like our Facebook page if you haven't done so already. When I send out invites and when Tasha sends out invites, feel free to invite your friend. It is like church. Bring a friend.
Come as you are.
Come as you are. Okay. And as I always say, we are here to pour into you so that you can spend the rest of the week pouring into others. And hopefully you can take something from that. And
if anybody wants to come on the show, you got something to share, you got 2 cents, you want to kick it with us, reach out or not at gmail.com.
Yeah, you see, we just in our house. Look, it's a whole box over here. That desk has been up for a week and the box is still there.
Your dad would not be happy about that.
Well, I have several boxes in here. And I'm only one person and the trash can is far.
Guess what? But that's your business.
And that's my business.
Grace to you and your box.
Thank you. I love it when somebody gives grace and I hit that Stevie Wonder. Now, like, thank you. I needed that grace. But yes, you guys have a good week. And that's it.
Bye, girl.
You gonna put the commercial
on? What? Oh, well, we just have to stay on until we find a commercial then.
We have the same screen. I got it.
Bye.